Welcome back, Nicholas Gonzalez here again to talk to you a little bit about some of the nutrition that I usually prepare for when I'm going to work out. So I usually do things a little bit differently on the days that I'm going to exercise. I'll usually eat dinner around 5, and that way I have some food and energy in my stomach for when I go to the gym around 10 o'clock at night. So here I'm just cutting up some regular chicken tenders. I like to cut them up while they're still like half frozen, mostly because they're easier to cut. I also like to put everything into a giant wok, and that way everything just kind of cooks real evenly. I won't use a lid, I'll just sort of simmer it on there a little bit. This stuff that you see me putting in right now, this stuff is called Salsa Maggie. Now I'm not sure what exactly it is, but it's like a soy sauce, but like a Mexican soy sauce. And I think they use it in Bloody Marys or some sort of alcoholic beverage, but I like to put it on my chicken. And so I just mix it in there with a little bit of vegetable oil, turn it on medium heat, and then just scoop all the chicken in. I do have to give it up to my wife a little bit. She tells me that I eat too much food. She sort of tolerates me making all of the chicken and not leaving any for anyone else. For the most part, I'll munch on this chicken for about 3 days. So no, I'm not going to eat, 3-4 pounds of chicken in one day. I will break it up. I also like to steam white rice. I'll probably make about 2 cups of white rice and then eat about a half a cup with the food or with the chicken. And that's pretty much it. So here's the chickens looking pretty good. Rice is steaming. My wife loves mushrooms, so she cooks these all the time. I don't know what she sautés the mushrooms in. It's like her own secret concoction, but I will tell you this, it does have that Salsa Maggie in it and a little bit of butter. That's my dog Roxy. Looks like she approves of the chicken. So rice is done. Gonna mix it up a little bit, stir it around. And what I like to do is I like to shovel food into my face. So I like to put everything into a bowl, and I'll usually use a pretty big spoon. Now that we're sitting on the table, the secret ingredient at the end, sriracha hot sauce. It's good. I smother all my food in it, and now we're ready to go to the gym. Today's primary exercise was squats, and it was a strength day, so we're just doing doubles. We're doing one set at 340, one set at 350, and one set at 360. But in the end, I was feeling pretty good and listening to my body, and I just kicked it up to 365. Just 5 extra pounds, so no big deal. But sometimes when I feel it, I may take it up a notch. It just depends on the day and what's going on. Sometimes I don't think that I can do the exercise, and I'll actually roll the weight back. So just listen to your body and how you feel, and it'll usually sort itself out. So I know a couple weeks ago in a video that I did, I talked about how I absolutely hated doing front squats, and I made up a bunch of excuses, but I decided to go ahead and do the front squats anyways as they came up in the program, mostly because one of my goals is to work on my lower back strength, and I feel that the front squat is going to be able to give that to me adequately. And so with the heavy squats followed by the front squats and then some weighted hyperextensions, I think that it would be a really good combination to really work that lower back out. And I know that after just telling you that I am doing front squats to work my lower back out, and then you see me here wearing a belt, well, I decided to go a little bit heavier than I wanted to originally, but I wanted to push it a little bit, so I did go up to 205 on the front squat. The most I've ever done on a front squat actually was 280, but I didn't want to push it and hadn't done that in a long time. So 275, or I'm sorry, 205 was a good weight, and then I just dropped it back down to 135 to just sort of, you know, knock it out. And by this time, my lower back was definitely feeling it. Also, I know some of these video angles aren't exactly the greatest, but I do most of the recording on my phone, so I put my phone in places where it can actually stand up on its own, so I don't have any fancy phone tripod, and I'm not filming any of this stuff on a $2,000 Nikon, Canon, or whatever. It's just my Samsung Galaxy S6. You gotta really love these booty shots, but in all seriousness, this is one of the best exercises for your lower back. It also is really good for your glutes and your hams, and you can see the contraction in my butt. It keeps trying to eat my shorts every time I come up, and that's why I love doing this exercise. And then to finish everything off, we're going to do some bent over close grip rows, and we're just going to take it up to 4 plates on each side, and that's just really to burn the upper back out. You always want to work on your upper back. It's probably one of the best things for your squats. And that's it for the day.